Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. This is episode 51. Last time we continued our journey through the deep roads. We are now in the Bastion of the Pure, which is very cool, and we've got a new area to discover. Look at all these untapped lyrium veins. We have discovered, unfortunately, this discovery came at the cost of Ren's life. We have discovered that there are ancient dwarves down here infused with said lyrium, which is really, really crazy. We still have Shaper Volta with us, of course. Looks like we've got forks in the road. We're going to go the opposite way to the direction of the objective and see what we can find. Whenever there is an objective, always go the opposite way. I've been loving this DLC though. The lore's great.
No evidence of darkspawn here.
Maybe they know better than to come down this far.
Let's just be grateful. But there must be a reason they avoid this place.
Been loving the lore that we've been getting. It's been honestly amazing. We've got the Sharbritol defending a Titan. Also, the fact that we are now so deep into Thedas right now that even Darkspawn are not here. We've gone below the Darkspawn. There's like, you think Darkspawn and Archdemons and all of that is the bottom. No, it still continues below that into an Elden Ring dungeon. It's quite fascinating. Is this bedrock of Thedas? By the way, there's water. Huh. Look at that. There's water down there. How bizarre. Let's show these boys what's what. That was a terrible placement. 3 of those enemies just totally escaped. That was the worst. I only wanted to cast that because my focus bar was almost full. So instead of it using 2 full bars, it only uses 1. But still, inexcusable. I put it in the wrong place. Some tanky dwarves, that's for sure, though. I feel like I have more health than that. What are you guys attacking? There's no one there. Oh, there's an enemy. There's an enemy on the map. Oh, down there? Oh, man. Okay. $681 health. Oh, I have 681 health. Meanwhile, Sharbritol Earthshaker has just 44,000 and a bunch of immunities and stuff. Amazing. That's really cool. I like that. That's what I'm here for. What the fuck? And look at that damage reduction. What the hell? We're gonna be here all night. That damage reduction's crazy. Never stood a chance, though, naturally. Investigate the way forward. Didn't even give good loot. Gave gold. Just gold. And look at that, we've been tricked. You go around to an objective being like, ah yes, we're going the optional route. Turns out that both sides go to the same place. And then there's a pathway here, which we can go to. Oh, and gears, of course. How could I forget the gears? There's 12 in the bastion. I must remember to constantly be searching. What is that? Oh yeah, that's the Kratal. Can you get down from here? This is not for you. No dogs on the couch. Oh! No dogs on my head. Holy shit, Blackwall, do your job.
Aren't deep stalkers. What do they do to survive? Probably best not to think about that too much.
Yeah, don't think about it. Maybe chewing on lyrium. Lyrium sustains them, probably. I mean, lore-wise, it makes sense, like, that these dudes are just so tanky. Just spindleweed. Alright, let's go up here. Absolutely gorgeous location. I see a gear. Metal gear. And an operation. There's just a bunch of like native wildlife down here, and we're just making it our life's mission to make them go extinct. Like, we just come down here and just disturb an ecosystem out of sheer curiosity. We're like, fuck these guys. Yeah, how's our inventory looking? Good. I sold stuff last episode. We have an expedition here. We still have 2 more to find in the Forgotten Caverns. Looking in those, the Forgotten Caverns, though. Oh shit! Hang on. We're in the Forgotten Caverns. There's a subsection in the... Oh. Hello. Okay, there might be more gears this way then. Bastion of the Pure Cretal Hunting Operation. Cretal Hunting Operation. Okay. Even though that gear that we just found counted for Bastion of the Pure, there is potential to be in another section of the Forgotten Caverns here and gears to count. Like this one. And like this one. There you go. This could be our final 2 gears for Forgotten Caverns. No. It's for Bastion of the Pure. Okay, never mind. Chronicles of a Forgotten War. The Scaled Ones. I can't remember who came up with the name, but it stuck. Drogue had been lighting a torch when one attacked, and we finally caught a glimpse of something other than shadows. In the flame's light, we saw a man's body like those of Imperium humans, but covered in scales. It wore armor and even had a dagger hanging from its hip. Its jaws wrapped around Drogue's face and twisted. The crunch of his neck breaking seemed to echo down the deep roads. The torch fell from his hands, and we lashed out. I swung my axe with all my might, but it bounced off the Scaled One's armor, the impact ricocheting up my arms. It let out a roar, then more attacked. From the light of the fallen torch, I guess there was a score of them, all wearing armor and carrying weapons as sharp as their teeth and talons. The one that killed Drogue barked orders I didn't understand. I kept swinging. Othon, the best of us, made the first kill by splitting a Scaled One's head open. There was a strange silence, as if after an upset in the proving grounds, and it hit me that the beasts were not used to seeing one of their own die. Drogue's killer growled and stamped out the torch. The Scaled Ones retreated into darkness. Dwarven Mugs. Vessel of the Ancients. A forest of mold and rot is growing inside this cup. It clearly has never been washed. Oh, there's a couple of gears in here. Oh, these ones count for the Forgotten Caverns. Lovely. It's a good thing you guys can't fall off, but I can. Oh, Stone Stalker Coat. Nice. Okay, so it was just across this area that we could get those gears. How lovely. Okay. There you go. We've got enough gears to head on back to this place, the Sacrificial Gate of Segramar. And then we'd be able to take the lift back down again. But we'll establish this camp first before we head back. And then we'll also do the operation as well when we unlock that camp, so the fast travel will be easier. Let's investigate this barrier, shall we?
They built this to stop us. There must be some way to get through.
Oh, place the Earthshaker weapon.
This weapon of theirs cut through the barrier, but was destroyed in the effort.
Let's keep gathering their weapons. There may be more barriers ahead.
All right. God damn. A bit bright down here.
You said we're beneath the deep roads. Do you think anyone besides the Sharper Toll has traveled down here?
We are very likely the first to travel this far.
How cool. We're the first to travel this far, and look at us go, blazing a trail of destruction. Obviously, it's not easy for us to have a bit of a peace talk with these dwarves, because they are lyrium mad and protecting their home at the same time. But we're also killing aggressive wildlife too.
This is interesting.
Because why not, you know? Bastion of the Pure Bridge. How do I get up here? Here? Looks like I can climb up from this side, but you need to actually be able to get up there in the first place. And the climbing is useless in this game. Like if I'm somehow able to miraculously make this, this is not the intended path. So it makes me want to do it even more, just to pull the middle finger into the face of this game's ability of climbing. I just wish so hard to pull up the middle finger and say fuck you. Push. Maybe less. Push. Never mind. I was close. I almost had a baby. Alright, hold on. Ready? And then you go from here. You. There's a specific angle where you do get like a decent amount of air. You almost get up there. We forgot to bring our hiking boots to the deep roads. Seem to have worse chance on this side. Oh, that was close. You see, you jump on here, then you jump off the back of it. Yeah. There you go. Easy. As intended. Nice, there it is. We did it. Look at that. As intended, guys. That's how you do it. You get up there, your teammates eventually get up there, then you use Varric's head as a boost. And I got the gear. It's exactly what we were supposed to do. It definitely wasn't meant to be gathered by going this way with these ladders or anything. That's silly. Why would you go these ladders? Why would you do that? Nowhere near as exciting. See, it takes forever to get to this ladder. We've done it the better way. We get a book and a mug now. Titan's nail. There's an oddly organic quality to the stone cup, as if it were grown and shed rather than carved. The scaled ones had set up camp at an intersection in the deep roads. In the center was a golden altar fashioned in the shape of fire. A chill swept through me. On the tip of each flame hung the corpses of those we'd lost, including Father and Drogue. They'd been drained of blood, leaving only bone wrapped in thin grey skin. A robed, scaled one stood before the altar. Its voice was different from the others, softer, almost feminine. It chanted and raised a basin of blood toward the altar. The other scaled ones bowed low. The robed scaled one produced fire from its palm and mouth and ignited the blood. Othon grabbed my forearm and motioned for us to climb down. We returned to the rest of the company, where he relayed what he had witnessed. We would rest for an hour, regain our strength, and strike. The memory of Father's sagging, emptied face kept me awake. The hour passed slowly, but it did pass. Othon led us down the path to the overlook. I readied my axe for blood and steeled myself for the side of the altar, but it wasn't there. The camp, Father, and Drogue, the scaled ones, all gone. Only the basin remained, charred around the edges. Okay. So let's need help. I love that we've just totally reverse engineered whatever the fuck this is. This is clearly like the operation to maybe clear out this cavern for us to access it, but we've been stubborn and just said, no, I'm going to climb up the mountain like I realistically should be able to do, and I'm going to grab what I want. And then I'm going to leave. So that was that. Now that we've done in there, we can curve back around, do what we were doing. There you go. That's how much health that I thought that I had. But it's still 681. But I don't know what the lines represent. I was like looking at that being like, that doesn't look right before, because I had less lines in my health bar. Okay, so another Earthshaker weapon. Good thing that the loot doesn't fall off the cliff.
That was the most powerful tremor yet.
Did you hear the same rhythm?
It's getting faster, harsh, like something breathing.
It's alive! And then we turn out, and then it turns out that we're just going to like the center of this like planet. Center of this whole entire world. And a Titan is just like the heart of the planet. And they're protecting the heart of the planet. There's two ways to go. This way goes to the objective, so we'll go the other way first. Which looks... actually, hang on. That way it looks like it could actually go to our objective, because it goes lower.
We're both children of the stone. Please! Please, stop!
Oh, it's nice to get Volta actually trying to communicate with them. That's a nice touch. Another Earthshaker. Okay, so you gotta gather 5 weapons.
I hate destroying these weapons. They're artifacts. We could learn from them.
We have no choice. It's the only way through the barriers.
So we've got 5 weapons to gather total, maybe? But the countdown, the count goes down.
Nothing like these dwarves is mentioned anywhere in the memories. If I had been prepared, Ren might still be alive.
With those weapons and armor, few would have had a chance.
We need to stop the earthquakes before we lose anyone else. Ren will not die in vain.
Fair enough. I've got to go back down this path anyway, just to check for gears and such. It seems that there were plenty. Another fork in the road, but you are led to the same place. Oh, it's a good thing you can place Earthshaker weapons on either side. However, you know what? This gets me thinking. What if this is a stupid, like, Hala statuette thing? Like, Wicked Eyes or Wicked Hearts. And you have to, like, spend your Earthshaker weapons accordingly, you know? So, like, we can go back. Oh, maybe not. I was going to say we can go back. We may not be able to go back. Hang on. Yeah, we cannot get back. But, I was going to say, we could save a gear by just traversing around the long way, but that is too steep. We will spend the Earthshaker. Okay. A new Earth Shaker has been acquired. So now we go up this way, I guess. Oh, there was a pathway that was gonna go this way too. If only I didn't go down the only pathway that was like a slippery slope of no return. Alright. Lovely. Now let's get some gears in here then. Aha! The final one. Our bodies screamed for rest, but Othon pushed forward. Now that he'd seen the enemy, our commander wanted to use the Scaled One's tactics against them. Go on the offensive. He left guards with the wounded and led the rest of the company to scout ahead for where the Scaled Ones were hiding. After marching in darkness for days, we finally saw an amber light flickering in the distance. Othon signaled everyone to hold and waved me forward with him. We proceeded slowly, wary of possible guards. Othon nodded toward an overlook. I climbed with bated breath, terrified that the Scaled Ones would hear the echo of my boots scraping against the stone. I felt little relief when we reached the top. And it's over. I'm wondering if with Scaled Ones, I might be missing something, but considering this is like old as balls, I'm like, is this like archdemons and the dragon scales with the Scaled Ones, or a darkspawn scaly, or is it something else entirely? Who knows? Don't answer that question because it's rhetorical. How do I get that gear? I'm gonna go up here. Silly game making you do like silly jumping things. Oh, okay, you guys. Fucking show off. All of them are just like, go up here. Alright, guys. You can get it. What are all these noises? Guys, can you guys settle?
The bodies are still warm. Whoever's doing this can't be far.
Well, we're not going where we're supposed to go, so this is exciting. How do I get to... oh yeah. I'll get that gear that's hanging on the ledge here, I think. Ah! Alright, it's getting really creepy now. Oh shit!
You're behind the rituals.
Oh, they just brought it back to life. There's an arcane horror just chilling. god, they're just gonna keep bringing him back to life. Lovely. Arcane horror dealt with. Got a Kratal Vitar. This strange Canary face paint is created from deadly poison, fatal when applied to anyone other than a Canary, whose unique physiology somehow not only neutralizes its effect, but also allows the paint's magic to harden the flesh and provide other protections. Nice. And Vestments of the Pure. Looks cool. Mage only. 45 willpower. Holy shit. That cold spirit resistance and magic defense though. But also 30 extra health. 45 willpower, and a 10% chance to cast Fade Cloak on a hit. Why not try it out, huh? What a drop, though. Oh, got some more stuff. Cowl of the Pure as well. Magic and willpower with a 48 rating. I'm going to take that for myself. Me and Solar sharing stuff as if we haven't broken it. It's like, yeah, we just won't talk about it. Superb Amulet of Strength. Lovely. Superb Ring of Armor Penetration. And another mug. Sacrificial Cup. Those stains don't look like moss wine. One more mug to find. And then this is where that cog is. Just checking that there wasn't anything good. Oh, lovely. We did all of that for a cog, obviously. Okay, that's that done. Now we can circle down. Pretty sure I explored all of that, but that's concerning. It's alright. If anything, I'll just fast travel back there. There you go. Time to proceed to the objective and then get this camp set up. And then we can have a look at our expeditions. Yada, yada, yada. This is so cool. The waves crashing. operation on a landmark here.
Quite a find.
Bastion of the Pure. The water shimmers, a subtle but eerie blue, reminiscent of lyrium. Swimming in it would not be wise. Another bridge. What does destroy the final barrier even mean? 0 out of 5. Oh, wow. Okay. So if we didn't open any extra pathways... No, that doesn't make sense because we've gone down to 0. I was like, if we don't open any extra pathways, would this be easier? Because we already have Earthshakers, but then... There's no reason for that to go down to 0 if so. My eyeballs. Follow Volta into the unknown. There you go. The unknown. And that leads to a cave system. Got my camera. These waves be rough out here. God, imagine swimming in this. No, thank you. Swimming in the deepest, darkest pits. And then we'll be building a bridge over there for an operation. Oh my god. Hurry! I did say imagine swimming in there. I put myself in. Ooh, bunch of schematics. Stone Stalker coat. Oh, nice. Varric, would you like some new clothes? Hell yeah, look at that. Amazing. That's weird.
The attacks are getting worse. We must be getting close to whatever they're protecting.
Only the pure may pass. All others will be punished. Assuming the Shabbatal are the pure,
We're the others who aren't allowed to pass.
could the earthquakes be the punishment?
But we weren't going down here when the earthquakes were, the earthquakes were already happening. Punishment for mining lyrium. Just in general, okay. Interesting way to think about it. Also, the camp being automatically established is kind of interesting, and everyone's just chilling in their bedrolls.
You found Paragon Garal's book near a damaged lyrium mine. And the new earthquakes destroyed your mine.
But why would they want to destroy the lyrium mines?
I wonder what makes the warriors pure.
You spent long enough this far down, reason might not be your strong suit.
They do wear sealed armor to protect themselves from impurities?
If the tremors are deliberate, it could be disastrous for Orzamar's lyrium mines.
The Shabbatal were dwarves once. Something turned them against us. This reads like a final warning. We must be nearing the source.
We're close. Which means perfect time for us to go backtracking. Okay. Camp established. Time to head on back to main camp. Do these operations. Then use our gears to open up the thingy. Alright, so that's going to be the Uncharted Abyss. Look at all these operations. Deep Roads, Forgotten Caverns Bridge. Deep Roads, Bastion of the Pure Bridge. Bastion of the Pure, Crutal Hunting. Oh, this one actually requires time. The Inquisition has identified several Crutal dens in the caves near the entrance to the Bastion of the Pure. An experienced group of hunters could return with a stockpile of hides for sale and cull the Crutal population in the process. To work? Oh no! And a buried sea bridge. How dare you make me wait 30 minutes for Cullen? That's rude. Well, while we're waiting, guess what we can do? Stuff. Gate opened. Oh, it's just a deep stalker room. Boom. That was eventful. Got some more facts for me trouble though. But that just puts valuables in my party. At least I get influence. Alright. Influence was the draw there. Lovely. Alright. That's all good. The Wellspring being the final location. I guess we'll go from this point. And then just go through again. We have a bridge. Where will this bridge go? It leads to a ladder, which leads to a ladder, which leads to a ladder, which leads to a gear. And then eventually it might lead to another gear and 3 pots. Amazing. What if we just built a giant magnet, and then we just sucked up all of the gears? Got it. One more gear to go. And here it is. Now, this was much easier, at least, than the other area. Alright, we got an Isatonol. The unyielding angles and planes of this shield channel protection like that of the stone itself. It bears an uncanny resemblance to the walls of a lost fortress in the deep roads, as if it had been pried from a bulwark. Blackwall, we have a shield for you. Lovely. Much better. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Loving this dwarven-related equipment that we are getting. Good stuff. And a revered defender helm. Oh, hello. Perfect. Good upgrades. Let's just turn Blackwall into an unstoppable wall. Live up to your name, Tom, and become the Black Wall. The gears have been found, which means I'm assuming there'll be at least one more gate for us to open. We now should have there's a completed operation this way, and Cullen is also ready to turn in at this point. We must check on our progress. Ooh. And then go and send Cullen off on another adventure. Well, now that we've found all of the gears, what's left, you know? Isn't this the Kratal hunting one? So it says completed operation, but I assume I have to go back to the actual war table. Yeah, it says complete on the... Yeah, hang on. Let's just head on back. Let's head on back. Hunters have returned with a number of quality Kratal hides, and an opal and an emerald too. There's even more hunting to do. Okay, so that's like a repeatable, like, resource thing. Scouts report an increase in sharp Kratal activity in the region. Show of force will make it clear that they cannot operate freely. Makes me wonder if these two are going to be repeatable things to get resources, and then they've decided to lock them both to only Cullen, which is great. Okay, that's looking mighty done. Now we're going to go this way for this completed operation. I need to have a proper look at this too, because that might be an operation that we've missed, which was in that room that we walked in. We did a lot of tricks to get into. So we'll have a look around there again before we follow Volta into the unknown. Right. What is up this way? Awesome stuff. And our last mug. Love it. Cup of cobalt. A blue substance is caked on the bottom. Cullen might know what it is. It's a lyrium mug. And a kingfisher's staff. A mage called the Kingfisher visited the deep roads during the Ancient Age, casting lures into underground lakes in hopes of hooking the elusive blind Tetrava. The wily swimmer never took the bait, but the mage's staff has caught many a poor soul in the centuries since. Barrier damage bonus is nice, and a focus gain. And then defender armor. Ooh, Blackwall. Hello, look at this. That's good for you, mate. Look at my 3 squad mates in their new outfits. Looking good. That's amazing. So we got a mage, rogue, and a warrior armor set, which is really nice. That's cool. And it all went to my friends. None of it suited me, you know? Alright, now we'll go check on this other location. And see what the deal is. Oh, it's just here. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. So there you go, an excavation operation. And obviously we went the intended way, but of course we did. So we've already gotten the gear and the stuff in there, but we may as well complete the operation all the same. That's funny. Done. Tick that one off the list, and that has us as good to go. We may now proceed into the unknown.
Shabratal build all this?
Whoa! Ho, ho, ho. What? What the fuck? How deep this bitch go? What? The deeper you go, the stone becomes the sky, and the sky is down there now. It's all upside down. Oh, there are birds. What? I can hear birds. This is so bizarre. You go so far down that you start to see water again. And then, as far as the eye can see, into clouds, you are gifted with this beautiful sight. Look at this. What? The Wellspring. Is one of these. Oh, it's another one of those situations where you use the scroll wheel, but it doesn't scroll all the way to the bottom. There it is. The Wellspring. In a time that only the stone remembers, there was a Tig in the deepest caverns ruled by a wise old king. The riches in the stone had provided well for the Tig. Lyrium flowed like water from the ground. Gold and jewels sprouted from the walls like mushrooms, and the people wanted for nothing. One day, the king returned to the stone and left behind 2 sons to vie for his throne. Neither had been named heir, and so each sought to prove their father's assembly. that he was best suited to be king. The first son journeyed far and wide across the deep roads, forging alliances with other Taigs, and returned home bearing word of the goodwill of distant kingdoms and their promises of future friendship. But the assembly was not impressed with their words and promises and would not name him heir. So the second son mined the ground for wealth. Every lost scrap of lyrium, every nugget of gold he dug up and gifted to the Taig. But the assembly, accustomed to abundance, was not impressed, so the second son dug farther and farther into the stone, so far that he broke through to the other side and found the sky. That's what I was just saying, and this he claimed for his Taig, and the assembly named him king. But the assembly wanted him to bring back his treasure for the Taig. The new king climbed down and down the endless mine until he reached the sky, but try as he might, he could not pull the sky up, nor strike it to pieces with his pickaxe. The new king mined out more and more earth, trying to carve a path to the sky, and finally he undermined his Taig so much that his whole kingdom broke loose and fell far into the ground and up into the sky. King, assembly, and Taig were never seen again. The king who claimed the sky from songs that only Nugs can hear. Amazing. Would you look at that? That is something special. So, wow. Dug deep into the earth and was like, I see the sky. That's what I was just saying. You dig deep enough, it starts again, huh? That is so crazy. Alright. Fork in the road, you know what that means? We're going this way. The descent is so good. Alright, love that we went this way. Some dragon thorn. That, like, pounding that we can hear in the deep. Why didn't they install guardrails in this place? Watch your step. I swear I'm trying to walk straight. I'm not drunk, I swear, officer. This cutscene should have played as soon as we entered.
Nothing should surprise me anymore. But this... Wait, the rhythm we followed. We've found the source. But not the Titan.
Okay. Did I say that it was going to be a giant heart? Because look at that. That's looking like a giant heart of the world to me, baby. Won't let me highlight the dial. I hate it when it won't let me highlight the dialogue because then I can't see what type of like image it is.
Ever since we came down here, the deep roads have felt different, organic. We've been looking for the Titan the wrong way. It isn't like us.
It's huge, big enough to change the world around it.
We can't see the Titan because we're inside it.
Wow. That's its heart. Holy shit.
If I don't survive, Orzammar must know the truth.
I won't fall while Corypheus is still a threat.
Oh, nice little Corypheus mention still. He's like, I've still got work to do on the service. Can we just say that? I was like, we're going to the center of the world. It just seems like that was a direction that we could possibly head in. I'm like, we're heading to the source of like life here. All these lyrium veins pumping through like the you know, the ground itself. We're heading to the core of it all. Amazing.
Don't make us fight you!
Yeah, that cutscene definitely should have played as soon as you arrived to focus on that.
Those structures. Could there be a whole civilization in here?
A city within a titan. Incredible.
And the quakes haven't damaged it.
We're within a titan. And a whole civilization that we're about to unleash our fury upon because they will not and cannot listen to reason. I wonder what's like generating like the light down here as well. I guess that's another thing to really think about is like, is the world of Thedas like land, a bunch of sky and magic shit in the middle, and then land again? Like, you know what I mean? Is it a sandwich? Is Dragon Age a sandwich world? It's not it's a flat earth, but it's a sandwich. You got your land, then you go upside down, and then you've got your weird center level, and then there's the ground again. And it's similar to how a planet would have, like, obviously people in the northern hemisphere and people in the southern hemisphere, and we're upside down to each other, but we still remain grounded. There's just a giant gap in the middle where sunlight comes in. It just fills this out. Like, oh, there's trees. You know, it's such a weird thought. You're like, how the fuck does this planet work? And then another thing I think about is when you walk through the Fade in like Dragon Age Origins specifically, is the imagery I'm thinking about. Is you're walking through all of these floating like islands and platforms and stuff, and it makes me think about that as well. Is this why dwarves cannot like dream and be in the Fade, because they're like connected to the Fade in such a different way? Is this physically the Fade underneath this place? I'm just spitballing bullshit, but like, it's when you're trying to figure out what the fuck is this place, you know? Like, you're thinking about like the Fade and it, like the connection of lyrium and how the dwarves are resistant to it because they mine the stuff and they can't dream. And maybe that's the stone. Maybe that's this Titan entity that like its power prevents them from being able to dream. My brain is just like, where could they possibly be going with this, you know? Because this is obviously very, 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 very significant to Dwarven lore. Because this is a massive revelation for, you know, everyone, considering the Shaper was like, yeah, no records of this exist. What's a Titan, you say? No idea. So this is all new information that Dragon Age loves to do with dwarves specifically. It's done it in Dragon Age Origins as well. You like find this ancient information that is like, look at all this lost knowledge that was not in the memories. And it was also similar things with the codex entries as well, about the same thing, Kadash Taig, Kad Halash, which is in the Stone Prisoner and the Witch Hunt DLCs. And then you do this DLC and it's got similar lore notes about the same place.
Don't say that.
Perhaps they're the Titans Legion of the Dead. Amazing. But the imagery that is like, sort of like a heart of the world, or, you know, or even like a source of lyrium itself, is not lost on me. But I'm keen for the actual proper explanation. I always love to spitball what's going on in my head leading up to an event, just to see how close or how far we are, because sometimes it's really far, sometimes it's really close. But the idea that we are inside of the Titan, that's also a lot to think about. It gives me sort of like even Greek mythology underworld vibes. Like how you've got like Atlas being forced to hold up the whole entire world type thing. And I guess when you threw the name Titan around, it's easy to think about Greek mythology stuff as well. So I just wonder how they're choosing to go about this. Blackhole, can you get this dude off my ass, please? Honestly, mate. Blackhole's not doing very good at his job. Whatever is like constantly bouncing them up in the air is fucking hilarious. They're just bullying this one. A lot of gold to be earned in this DLC though, that's for sure. Love the idea of them just like living in them.
Look, these are the only memories in this area. That phrase is the path of purity. And there's a reference to Titan's blood. It says the Shabratal come here to drink it.
It's cool that we know that at least the top left is like the special one or the magic one, stuff like that. So we're gonna tend to pick that up, which is what we did last time. It's highlighted this time, which is nice.
The Titan's blood must keep the Shabratal alive and powerful.
But where is it? Unless... lyrium. The Titan's blood is lyrium.
Well, that's not a revelation. Because look at it. It's a giant lyrium heart. This could cripple Orzammar. So the Titan's blood is lyrium. Templars use lyrium for their magical powers. Mages use lyrium. Like, this is really interesting. And the Titan's blood is lyrium itself. So this is such a beautiful metaphor for fossil fuels. You know, like, we're destroying our Mother Earth by mining its precious resources that keep it alive. And in Thetis, they are mining lyrium and exhausting the planet's resources of it, finding it everywhere. And they are killing a sentient and alive being. How could you not enjoy the lore of this DLC? How could you not enjoy this DLC? There's a couple of people that have been telling me the Descent is boring. Oh, you need to switch up. I love dwarves so much, and every time we get like a dwarven focused event, it's just so good. Like, they're just like, hey guys, are you ready for some gourmet dwarven lore? Because you're about to get it. It's great. Like, elven lore at the top, dwarven lore next, Canary, and then human.
Every nation on the surface buys lyrium. Orzammar's entire economy is based on the trade.
This is bigger than any one nation.
We have to stop this!
Approach the Shabratol Shrine. My god. But like, how do we stop it? Like, what are we gonna do here? Again, this is... Oh, I've got a creature entry that I should read. Again, it's like, I need to be able to do like a Control F for like keywords in my codexes, right? It would just be the best. Because then I would be able to... Because there's certain lore entries that mention things that you wouldn't expect them to. Like when we're like, I need to think about Mythal, or I need to think about this. And it's like, keywords would be so nice. So I want to pull up everything about lyrium. It's like, this is a game that, like, you'll have a cutscene and it will make you want to go to the library and pull out the tomes and go, wait a fucking minute. Like, let me get a refresher on, like, these things again, you know? Long before the Thirst Tigers, legend speaks of the Kratal horned warbeasts with eyes like molten silver. Possessing the might of 3 Brontos, the Kratal charged their prey using a rock-hard frill to smash their targets to a bloody pulp. The Kratal held down their prey with 4 strong legs, quickly stripping their victim's flesh from the bone with powerful jaws. Despite their brutality, some Kratal were domesticated as fierce weapons in battle. What happened to these savage creatures is unknown. Some people claim the Darkspawn wiped them out, others say they never existed. Those with more imagination speculate that these magnificent creatures retreated deep within the earth in search of the deadliest prey. They would be right. We have Confessions of a Lyrium Addict. Lyrium is the king of metals. Beneath our feet, it sings. And this is another thing. It fucking sings. And this is the other thing. We learn that red lyrium is alive because it can be corrupted with the blight. And the fact that that ties into this so well is incredible, because some scholars maintain this is evidence that lyrium is itself alive. It becomes a repository for living memories. So lyrium is the king of metals. Beneath our feet, it sings. When properly refined, it is a smooth, slightly iridescent, silvery liquid. In the hands of the dwarven smith caste, it is mixed with steel to produce indestructible armor and blades that hold an edge for centuries. In the hands of the shaper, it becomes a repository for living memories. It finds its most lucrative application in the hands of the Formari, who use it in conjunction with baser metals like gold, silverite, viridium, or even iron to produce enchantments. Because, yeah, it's even tied to enchantments as well. Although mages of course consume it in a diluted form to bolster their abilities, this is not recommended. Overindulgence in lyrium can have disastrous consequences, particularly in more concentrated amounts. It is not advisable, for instance, that any reader handle raw lyrium, which in many cases can kill on contact. And thinking about the fact that it is blood. Yeah, far more disturbing is the fact that lyrium could be corrupted at all. It's just really, really interesting. And it's like there's so many things bouncing around in my brain at the same time that I don't think I can very clearly get out what I want to really think about here. But we'll just let this play out. But this is a major addition to the lore, which makes sense as soon as you get here. You're like, with the way that they've been talking about lyrium and its sentience, it's the lifeblood of the planet. And this heartbeat. Oh, shit! The Guardian. Alright, hold on. This is similar to those... What are those creatures that we faced in Dragon Age 2? What were they called? I need to pull this up. So I'm going to go Dragon Age 2 enemies. So I can specifically go to Dragon Age 2. Because there's an enemy that you face that reminds me of this. And I need to remember what they're called. So give me a second as we have a look, because I believe, yeah, rock wraiths, right? Rock wraiths, and also known as the Profane, are legendary creatures that inhabit certain sections of the Deep Roads. The Profane have lingered in this place for ages beyond memory, feeding on the magic stones until the need is all they know. This is so similar. So there's two codex entries, Rock Wraith and the Profane. This is so similar. 20 years in the Legion of the Dead, I've seen spiders larger than a Bronto, broodmothers lounging in putrescence, surrounded by the corrupted children, and unnamed taigs with flesh turned against itself. But worse by far was in an old mine shaft down from Hydran Taig. Holy shit, it is connected. What? Dude, Dragon Age 2, like, was setting this shit up as well. Well, not setting it up, but, like, they took from Dragon Age 2. That's amazing. An old mine shaft down from Hydran Taig. We chased an emissary down there to a tunnel dead-ended in rubble. It was a vicious fight. He picked my men off until only 4 of us were left. When it seemed like we'd finally fulfill our oaths, our fight woke something long dormant. What I thought was rubble gathered beneath my feet, taking a terrible form, a beast of stone surrounding the shattered skeleton of a man. So this was the interesting part, because it was still connected to dwarves. It was the spirit of a dwarf so foul, the stone itself rejected him. And this is talking about, like, purity. So like the stone rejected it and it became like a rock wraith. One swing of its boulder hand crushed the emissary, then it turned its eyeless skull toward us. We fled back up the tunnel, its heavy footsteps thundering at our backs. When we reached the Tig, we finally turned, knowing that out in the open we had no cover and couldn't hope to outrun the wraith, but when it came to the exit, it struck the trusses holding up the ceiling of the shaft, closing itself in forever. Perhaps in the end it felt remorse, perhaps it was one lost soul recognizing another. From the Journals of Amaran, a Legion of the Dead. Which is incredible. So Hydran Tig gets mentioned in Dragon Age 2, and then the Profane is, we who are forgotten remember, we clawed at rock until our fingers bled, we cried out for justice but were unheard, our children wept in hunger, and so we feasted upon the gods. Here we wait in aeons of silence, we few, we profane. Found scrawled on the wall in the Lost Revan Tig by explorer Faruma Helmi in the 10th year of the Exalted Age. So, I don't know if I want to label this as the same thing, because they're talking about that they're the Shabratol, so that hasn't been mentioned before, but the Profane might be like a sub-group of this, but and so we feasted upon the gods. Here we wait in aeons of silence. This is what has happened here. Feasting upon the lyrium. I love that moment. I love stuff like this. This is why I tell you that stuff happens in this game where you go, I want to pull up something from earlier and go, wait a fucking minute. And then it's connected. Like, this is a giant rock wraith, essentially. Unbelievable. So unbelievable, it's actually quite believable. There's a lot of moving parts here, so I guess I can just go for my life. It's a shame that there's such like a lack of communication here that we are resorted to having to fight anyone and everyone. Run. Oh shit. God, there's just a big ass fly in here. Give me a second. I have to keep my back room, my back door open for my dog so he can go in and out. So sometimes there's just a straight shot right to this room where flies go, what's going on in here then? And they're this fucking big. and I can't even get them because they're flying around so many delicate things. So that is the explanation to being under attack. I paused it right before getting punched in the face. I'm gonna use the force and stand still. Never mind. I'm gonna use... wait, it healed me. It definitely doesn't heal you. I'm like, why did I get healed for a second there? Everybody stand together. We'll be fine. Whoa. Got some stuff. The attack is still going, so...
Volta, are you hurt?
Too loud. The song. Stop!
What does that mean?
It's all right.
Hello? Hello? Did it just transfer its essence? What the fuck? Interesting. Do we... Hopefully this stays there if we investigate. What?
It looked like you were hit by raw lyrium during the battle.
Yes, it should have poisoned me, but I feel fine. Good, even.
Is it because she's pure? That it, like, accepted her?
You said the song was too loud. It was hurting you.
It was chaos. The rhythm I followed here, but magnified, overwhelming. But it is gone.
Damn, what if the lyrium song, or the song of, like, lyrium and the song of the Darkspawn is, like, part of the same arrangement, and, like, the lyrium part is the rhythm, the drums, and then, like, the Darkspawn song is, like, the melody. We don't know what it sounds like, but it is described as such. What if it's all part of the same song, but there's just different parts of the tune? Can I stop getting barrier casted on me, please? The game still thinks we're in combat, which is really annoying.
You almost killed me. What happens the next time you lash out?
I am in control. I would never harm you, Inquisitor.
Okay, so she's just been gifted the power of... like what?
You cast some kind of spell. That shouldn't be possible.
It wasn't a spell. It was an accident. Everything will be fine.
What?
We should get help. You may be injured or...
I feel better than I ever have. Stronger, more alive. The stone is silent. The rhythm has faded. And so have the tremors. But the song still echoes. It tells me things. The breach. That's what disturbed the Titan. It is calm now that it has a connection with one of its children. With me.
Oh. Huh.
Was that the Titan? Did we kill it?
The Titan lives. This was an echo, a guardian, but you silenced it.
Is this what happened at the Tig where you found Paragon Garal's book?
Aye, but I do not know what disturbed the Titan then. The song may tell me, in time.
We've got the Song of the Lyrium, we've got the Song of the Darkspawn, and then you've got the voices of Mythal's well as well. There's like just so many of these sort of like ancient forces in your head, you know what I mean?
You said you were a child of the stone, not a child of the Titans.
I am not certain what I am, but the Titan recognized me, like a parent hearing its child's voice.
Are they not one and the same, you think? The stone and the Titan being the same? Or if like the stone is the mother and the Titan is the father. Yeah, this is my question.
Is it safe for Orzamar's lyrium mines to start operating again?
Mining didn't disturb the Titan. The breach did. The mine's destruction was incidental. Isana, it's our word for lyrium, and we are taught that it is a gift from the stone. But there's so much more to it than we ever imagined. I was sent to the deep roads to recover lost history. This is only the beginning. I am staying here.
Shape of Volta, shaping the ancient past. Oh my god, that's really cool. Okay. Significant.
The Shabratol killed Lieutenant Wren, and they're still down here. Aren't you afraid?
No, I am pure. I can defend myself.
They might even recognize her as such.
The Titan is only the beginning. What else could there be?
The deep roads are filled with wonders. Answers to questions we haven't thought to ask.
If you stay here, where will you live? What will you eat?
I have my stone sense, and now so much more. I'll be safe.
Alright. So we just have like this mysterious, like empowered dwarf now that's just like, yeah, I'll be fine. I've got super ancient dwarven magic coursing through my veins.
You think you understand what's happened to you, but you could be wrong. The lyrium could be turning you into a Shabratol. Or worse.
The Shabratol turned themselves into monsters. I have changed because the Titan willed it. The mine's collapse, Wren's death. It all happened to bring me here.
Nothing good ever happens in the deep roads. This won't be any different.
Who could she harm down here besides herself?
I am called to the Search Inquisitor. This is where I belong.
I'm leaving with more questions than answers. But that doesn't mean you have to. Just be careful.
Solus says nothing and he's just like,
The Shaperate in Orzamar will want to know what happened to you.
Tell them the truth. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
I mean, that is true, but also at the same time, like, hello? This is massively significant. They're just not ready for that sort of earth-shattering lore to affect the whole entire realm. So it's not fossil fuel metaphor. It's not killing Mother Earth. Okay, whatever. That's fine. It feels like that would have been like part of it, you know? Like the Earth reacting, but it does make sense that it was the breach. Just taking my interpretations as we go along of how I interpret the story and what's going on. I'm not always right.
Comes back. Pay up, Soroka.
I'm not always right, but it did seem like it was going to lean into the mining and the effect that it's having on the planet. especially as it seems that the Titan and the stone and all of that's so deeply connected. I was having barrier cast on me so much because I was almost killed in the fight. So annoying, though. Music, baby. Listen to that. Music in this DLC has been astounding. And we've got a lot of codex entries, and we've got a lot of items as well. We got a staff or something. Yeah, we've got Stonebreaker. The head of this great hammer is scarred and pitted, where the metal has repeatedly met stone. Some previous owner may have used it to batter down a wall, or several, and possibly a magma fountain. Tezpadam's Bane, which is a unique bow. Lyrium traces a delicate reinforcement of this bow's curve, promising true aim and swift death. Someone has made small notches along the limbs, counting hundreds of kills. Cool. Love that. Longbow of the Griffin as well, another bow. According to legend, the bow of Garahel, elven Grey Warden hero of the Fourth Blight, was carved from his alienage's Venedal tree. Garahel and the bow were lost at the climactic battle of Aisley, though some maintain he never took it with him. Others claim he never even used a bow, but that such a rumor was started by an infamous elven rogue calling himself Garahel and the hero's descendant. Again, stuff that we just love about Dragon Age lore is so much of it can be just like hearsay. We got anything? Nope. Fire resistance. Lovely. Okay. Codex, groups, and history. Let's take a look at this, and then we can think about stuff. Shah Brutol. A torn page from Shape of Volta's handwritten journal was discovered among trade correspondence delivered to Skyhold this morning. The Inquisition's courier cannot recall how or when it came into her possession. Ren's murderers hide in the shadows, watching me from a safe distance. The Shah Brutol saw the Titan favor me with the gift of shaping stone. I am more powerful than they will ever be. They fear me, they love me, they understand I am a part of the Titan they defend, but they don't realize it doesn't need their protection. It never has. Whoever these dwarves once were, whatever motives drove them to remain here, now they are only lost. I don't sleep anymore, but sometimes I stop to listen. Yesterday, or was it an hour ago, I became aware of a Shah Brutol who had crept close enough to leave an offering, an empty suit of their armor. Did they think I would wear it? Lead them? All their gift did was summon the image of my dead friend as I returned him to the stone. I left the armor where it lay. Tomorrow. No, it was just a moment ago. Oh, this is so cool. I enter one of their towers. I sense how rapidly they flee my approach. They think I come to destroy them. But I don't have to get close to do that. I'm just curious to see how they live. Do they live? The tower offers no answers. It is quiet and spare, reminding me of descriptions of the topsiders' temples to their gods. Are the towers temples? Fortresses? Both, perhaps. Only one chamber provided anything of interest to me. A domed circular courtyard held a pool of the Titan's blood at its center. Empty suits of armor sat neatly in a circle around the pool. Is this where Shah Brutol come to be entombed in their metal skins? What smith makes this armor, and where does it come from? My lost kin are hiding something. They have a Tig somewhere. I have no interest in finding that citadel of the Shah Brutol, but another might. Dude, significant lore drops here. The Guardian. Josephine found a torn handwritten journal page tucked into the papers of her desk and immediately delivered it to the Inquisitor. The page was obviously written by Shaper Volta, but the Inquisition's ambassador cannot explain its appearance in Skyhold. Volta has become, like, omniscient, you know? Like, through the power of the stone, the Titan, through lyrium, all of that kind of stuff. And it's not magic. It was an accident. Dwarves can't do magic, but this is something more, it seems. She doesn't sleep anymore either, which is an interesting one, because I guess that could start thinking about, like, would she become magically inclined? Would she start dreaming of the Fade? But they've addressed the fact that she doesn't sleep. I don't remember most of what happened at the end. Inquisitor Llewellyn fought to stop the earthquakes, and we raced together through a place more beautiful than anything I'd ever seen. How it could be the source of all that devastation confused me. It still does. I felt Ren's absence with every step as we ran to the Great Circle. Immense lyrium veins pulsed with life, and their power flowed into the circle. Something grew from it. A towering being born from the stone rose to stop us, the Guardian. It lashed out, and I fell into a warm light's embrace. I thought I was returning to the stone. Perhaps I did. The light receded as I awoke in paradise. The Guardian lay shattered. The Inquisitor stood triumphant. A victory, but I could not take any joy in it. The Guardian had come to defend the Titan, protect the stone from being weakened. It tried to kill the Inquisitor, but to me it offered only gifts. I hope to use them well, and someday understand why I was chosen to receive them. Oh boy! Okay. That's crazy. Titans. Harriet made an odd discovery in Skyhold's Undercroft, a page of handwritten text torn from Shaper Vulture's personal journal. And this is another thing. They're finding these notes just scattered throughout Skyhold. Like, it's being, like, just sent to us somehow. The Titans are real. I knew it from the moment I unearthed that ancient text. Ren scoffed at the words I read. I couldn't blame him, even as I felt the truth settle on me like a warm cloak. Much of our history has been lost, and the wall of memories goes back only so far. There had to be more to the story of our people, and I've finally found one of those lost chapters. It's impossible to describe in words how truly vast a Titan is. The one I met is so large you can only glimpse parts of it. I had wandered inside its body for who knows how long without even realizing it. I've heard tales of dragons and giants on the surface, but descriptions of their size do not compare to the Titans. Its blood now flows through me, and its song fills the gaps in our history. I close my eyes and see glimpses of the world that was, before everything changed and the dwarven race broke in two. Something caused the Titans to fall, and the fate of my people fell with them. The Titans want me to know. No, more than that. It wants me to understand. There is a loneliness to its song. Oh, that's big. That is a big, sizable lore drop there. People who don't read the codex entries, that's like, there's so much in there. You know, the game is already strong, and the story and the writing and the dialogue strong, but like the codex is like the pillars holding this shit up. You know, if I wasn't talking so much shit, I would say that I was speechless. It's to that effect. Unbelievable. And we are left with so many questions, which is classic Dragon Age, because it establishes something so large and bigger than we could ever even comprehend. And then, like, it winks at you and then pushes you on your way. You know what I mean? Like, Dragon Age will go, here's something earth-shattering. Here's something life-changing. Here is what you knew, flipped upside down, and then, woo! And then it pushes you back out, and it shuts the door and locks the key and says, maybe later. And then you're like, what was that about? You know? What the fuck? Very cool. Like, very, very cool. I believe we've done everything that there is to do. Which is kind of funny because we got extra gears, so I assumed there would be more doors, right? Actually, I think this is... Hang on. I think that this is an operation that we haven't checked. No, we have checked this. And we got some items. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that we have potentially missed. There's a pathway here at the Wellspring. Why is that glitching like that? I think there's still pathways that we haven't checked, so we'll continue to have a look. We need to... A Cry in the Dark. Okay, there's an expedition. There you go. Let's take a look at this. Oh man, yeah, so this is just something you can do constantly with Cullen. A Cry in the Dark Inquisition scouts supporting Legion of the Dead forces at the ruins of Hadron Tig report no contact or sightings of Shaper Volta. However, a strange cry recently emanated from the Titan caverns, loud enough to be heard at the mining lift's campsite above. The cry's source remains unclear, but the voice was described as not belonging to either Beast or Darkspawn. Shaper Volta may be attempting to re-establish contact with her people and may require assistance. Alright, we'll do Liliana, we'll get some scouts. A search of the Lost Titan caverns all the way to Shaper Volta's last known location turned up nothing but a few small groups of Shabratol, who were quickly dispatched. Volta seems to have disappeared deeper inside the Titan, but she was not the only one who has vanished. The gravesite of Lieutenant Wren was
Arroyo, huh? I remember the first time I visited it, some 30 years ago. The market was not half as large, without the garish statues, and far fewer stands selling those ridiculous frilly little cakes.
The Valroyo market was once nothing but tents of oiled leather and mud, filled with ragged humans, selling strings of beads made of bone.
You saw this in the Fade?
Yes, I left that memory quickly. The smell.
Must have been ages ago.
Oh yes, it's much better now. I enjoy the frilly cakes.
Okay, Soulless. Mummy's talking. Mummy's reading her little book here. Can you give Llewellyn a chance? Thank you very much. Talking about your frilly cakes. The gravesite of Lieutenant Wren was recently disturbed and his remains are missing. It is not known who took his body or why. There have been no more cries from the Titan caverns. Inquisition scouts reported one final discovery. The tunnel to the Wellspring no longer exists. Attempts to delve into the blank rock face result only in broken tools and little trace of the stone itself. Somewhat nervously but empathetically, the engineers recommend leaving it be. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. So we've got repeatable things, but there doesn't really seem like much point in doing that because we'd have to constantly check back here every 40 minutes to get like items. I don't think we're going to stay there, but there is, I feel like there's some pathways that we may not have successfully looked at yet, so we might take a look at that. It looks like there could be something here, and I think we've already gone across there, and then I don't think we can go to the Wellspring anymore, but that was a very linear one anyway. So let's go to the Bastion of the Pure, and we'll check out this top left segment, because I was looking at this earlier and being like, did we go there fully or not? So let's take a bit of a look, because this will be wrapping up the Descent DLC, which has been just absolutely incredible. I'm very pleased with what has happened here. Obviously more questions than we have answers, but it has shown us some incredible things, and it's connecting Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 lore as well. Like, it's bringing things that have been previously established and giving it to us here, blowing our minds while we do it, and then it's like, here's just casually, you know, here's Titan stuff. We're gonna enhance Volta with, like, I don't know, something crazy. Oh no, hang on. Okay. This here goes here. Okay. Looks like there's more though. Like, it's this big, hang on. Because it looks like there's more.
Did you see the look on those nobles' faces back at the Winter Palace, Chuckles?
They seemed unaccustomed to seeing elves without servants' livery, or dwarves at all.
Priceless. That's definitely going in my next story.
Are you planning a chapter filled with courtly intrigue?
Close. I need to describe the face someone makes when they choke down something terrible.
Talking about the Winter Palace, it's been a while. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, this is where we ran and jumped off. Hang on. Because look at the map. There's something there, and it's over there. For some reason, I assumed that we'd been across there before and we'd seen that. Oh, hang on, it might be here. Hang on, it might be here? That'd be, but that's over there. I don't know how this connects to this. Okay, hold on. Let's go here and we'll go down the lift and we'll check out this operation. There's definitely something in the middle here, so I think I've missed something. And I don't want to just randomly go, alright guys, see ya, we'll never come back. So we'll see if we can figure this shit out. Take the long lift down. This will give us a chance to talk about stuff and reflect. There's not much for your companions to really... Oh, the lift didn't go down the long way. Okay. There's not much really to do here in terms of companion dialogue, which is okay. It focuses on Volta and Ren's stuff, which was really cool, and we got David Hayter, which was amazing. But the stuff that we did get from Varric was nice, considering that
Sarah and I
he's a dwarf.
Talking about you.
And this is really interesting because now that it's over, the party banter is happening again. So it seems that party banter was not allowed in the Descent, and it focused on, like I said, Volta and Ren. But now that that's done and we're going through here, our companions are being quite chatty with each other, which is hilarious.
We need you to settle a question for us.
Sarah's involved. So this question will be offensive.
Yes, probably. Sorry. You make friends with spirits in the Fade. So, are there any that are more than just friends? If you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
Look, it's a natural thing to be curious about.
For a 12-year-old?
It's a simple yes or no question.
Nothing about the Fade or spirits is simple. Especially not that.
So you do have experience in these matters.
I did not say that.
Don't panic. It'll be our little secret.
Ass.
Now who's 12?
Oh, that's good. That's great. I love that. Yeah, hang on. That's it. Wait, we constructed a bridge. I don't think I've gone over here. Hold on. This is it. Because there were bridges, and there's a bridge that's not there, but we built one, and then I think I've forgotten to check it out. Unless I have dementia. They've built a bridge next to it. There you go. Okay, and this takes us to... Oops. Stop that. This takes us to somewhere new. Okay, I knew I was forgetting an operation somewhere. Awesome. There we go. Okay. It's key bound to E, which is right next to walking forward, so that's why that happens. Oh, we got some stuff here. Satunol. Got another one? I got 2 of these now, right? Yes, I've got 2 of them now. And a Stone Stalker mask. Cunning and dexterity, so... Nice. You got the full set. Okay. We've got a door.
Forgot how far you can see in the desert.
We are not in the desert, Blackwall. There's nothing to search, but there's a door. What's going on? See, there's stuff here, but... They've built the bridge in the... They've built the bridge in the wrong fucking place. So we've built a bridge here. But then there's like a pathway over to the other side. I'm a little confused. So there's a door that doesn't open, but there's clearly something on the other side. Why can't... Like, why is there not, like, I'm going the wrong way, too. I need to be... Hang on. I need to be over here. Why can't we just, have the power of flight? Surely there's a levitation... Surely there's a levitation magic ability, right? Surely. Very, very strange. So we have a bridge that we've built to a door that won't open, but then if we go this way, there is an empty ravine with no bridge. It feels like there should be an operation there. Maybe an operation will be there now if we've explored the first section. It feels like an operation should come up, like, I don't know, study the door and see if you can get it open, but there's clearly something behind there on the map. If only there was like just use like what is it? Just use like force repulse. Solus, push me. You know? What the fuck? Like Solus, push me across. There's nothing around or below, but there's clearly...
Only those who believe may cross.
Yep. Right? The fuck?
Words are carved into the stone. Only those who believe may cross. Subtle.
Oh, it's like a leap of faith. I literally jumped and nothing happened. I took an actual literal leap of faith, actually. I didn't see this. I don't think this came up in the search. I just should have used my eyeballs. So a waystone gives you the hint, and I've accidentally just fallen on it. Perfect. Fucking secret bridge? Amazing. You know what? I should have just got the Inquisition...
That worked. The alternative would have been messy.
Yeah, like when I launched myself off.
Worst thing you've ever eaten. I had this imported ham from Anderfell's once. It tasted like despair, literally.
But you probably got to wash it down with an expensive wine. Mine was 2-year-old hardtack. You can't scrape off the blue anymore. You just try not to look.
Okay. Yes. We definitely didn't jump off and nothing happened. I feel like if we jumped off, the bridge should have appeared to catch us. A bunch of nugs. Oh, dude, look at all the nugs. We read about the Nug King. Oh my god. Look at this.
Altar for offerings.
Is the Nug King real? Is it just going to be like some crazy dwarf with a bunch of nugs? Oh, they're so cute when they're all together. Is some dude going to come out and he's like, I am the Nug King? Look at this. Look at this, the throne. That skull. Oh, it's the cheese. Right. So dramatic. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, it's an actual Nug King. I thought it was going to be like a dwarf or something.
Well, shit.
Oh my god, it's a small Nug with a crown. Oh my god, I thought it was going to be massive. Classic shadowed.
Are you putting me on trial?
Oh my god.
I'm feeling very judged.
When you saw Lyrium, were you blinded by its majesty? Paralyzed? Dumbstruck? No. What the fuck? A hot debate among Nug admirers is whether the king in Paragon Ebrian's songs was royalty of some kind or merely an especially magnificent specimen of the breed. Every year, scholars, bards, and rodent enthusiasts bring offerings of cheese to the deep roads, hoping for a glimpse of the Nug King, who remains elusive. I genuinely thought some like fucking dwarf was going to come out with all of his pet nugs that he's just been living down here. And then they did the classic shadow trick, thinking it was going to be a giant nug. Oh, that's funny. Squeaks judgmentally. Nay, it was heresy. Holy shit. The fucking cheese. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm so glad that that actually had a, like a resolution, because we picked up that cheese wheel and got a codex entry. God, that's tied behind a hidden leap of faith bridge, which gives us to the judgment of the nugs. Oh my god, amazing. Okay, I think that clears up everything on the map now. So our mysterious little parts of the map unexplored have been cleared. So I think we're good. We did it. We can now get out of here. Thank you so much for watching my descent into the deep roads. This was a fantastic DLC. I loved it so much. I think the Jaws of Hakken was really nice for its lore as well, especially with the Elven Inquisitor Ameridan and all of sort of the weight that comes with that when you think about our history and what the Chantry has changed to benefit them. And then you go into the Descent and it's a much more linear experience because it's a smaller area with multiple levels, which is very fitting for the deep roads, and gives you just such great lore and characters. So both of the DLCs were really, really good in their own ways, and I really loved that. That was a lot of fun. and both had some incredible resolutions to their stories as well, but also giving you so much to think about. You know, so much of our history in this game is a mystery, and you start getting like these truths that come to you of like these things that it's like, well, who's going to believe us? You know, because of all these thousands of years of established history. You're like, oh yeah, that Inquisitor guy was an elf. And everyone's like, that Inquisitor guy was betrayed by the Emperor. You know? They're coming to get me, I swear. It's like, sorry, the sun took over. And then everything kind of fell to shit, and all of this stuff. And then history said, you guys were best friends, you know. it erased all the romance. So much stuff. And then, yeah, the descent just going, let's just blow your minds with some titanic proportions. Just great stuff. Which means we are now on the road. Ooh, what's that? We'll check that out next time. We are now on the road to the end game, because we have essentially cleared out pretty much most of what we have to do across all of the regions, and the main quest and then the final DLC remains, essentially. We'll be traveling to Val Royeaux next episode, because there is a vendor there apparently that can give us any missed codex entries, so we might have a little bit of a reading session with stuff that we've missed, which is great. Happy that there's a vendor that does that, so we'll be checking that out next time. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.